Hello, 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 Leos. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. This is Patty, and I am your empath that is doing some intuitive tarot. Do I have these upside down? I do. For the November 1st through the 8th. And yes, you are seeing Halloween decorations behind me because it's right before Halloween, and I haven't taken them down yet. Because it's not Halloween. And also we have a full moon coming on the 31st. And hopefully if you're watching this before the 29th, that you come on my live reading about the full moon, because there's a lot of energies that are going to be changing November, definitely. And we're not out of the Mars retrograde. We're in a Mercury retrograde as well. Then we're going through the presidential elections. We're going through a lot of changes, So check on the 29th if you're watching this live, or before the 29th. Come and see us on the 29th live. You're welcome to interactive, ask questions about full moon, retrogrades, tarot, all that kind of stuff. So let's get started. So Leos, this is for your reading for the 1st through the 8th. And let me look at what we got here. So for some of you, it looks like you're, now we've got 3 energies. Just remember that 3 energies are for, I'm going to shoot this back just a little bit. 3 energies are for the theme for the week, but then we'll get into the cards for yourself. So Mountain is the first card out, the first oracle out. Now we have 3 oracles, remember, for the theme of the week. And this is Mountain, and it's also number 6. And number 6 is about harmony and improvement. And we need to make sure that we're moving forward in improvement. This Mountain, it's going to be something like, with the Aries this week, is going to be all about self-work and things like that. But we are, because it's the 1st through the 8th, we are going through a bunch of mountains. We are get ready. We'll get ready for those bumpy rides for a minute. We're going to have to go up or around or through or whatever it is through the mountains. So then we have the second energy is Spirit of Place. Spirit of Place is all about looking internally and finding out about yourself. So, and that is number 4, which is stability. So we're working on stability. We're definitely working on going through something in stability. And then we're also looking at balance. And balance is, number 2 is also balance, division, or coming together. So this is a week of trying to figure out how to get through, either you're coming into a mountain, in a mountain, or going through a mountain. So this is about your inner work on how you handle stress, how you balance your stress this next week. Definitely everybody's going to be going through stress. Let me tell you, this next week, it's going to be crazy. Not only from, if you're in the United States election, but a lot of these planets. Again, watch on the 29th. So this is really a week of sort of actually following that tightrope. See how that she's on that tightrope? She's going to let it go, or she's going to keep it going. And there's a lot of things falling away from that. Rather than more coming in, we need to get purged and get rid of some of this stuff so we can make room for that new stuff. And the thing is that there needs to be balance there. That ship is going to fall. So that tightrope has to be tight, but it doesn't mean to try to control everything. So if that makes sense, because a lot of people right now, thank you for that. A lot of people right now try to control everything through their own perspective, through their own way of thinking. And that's what gets you into a mountain, or gets you into some drama, gets you into situations that you don't want to be in. We have the Chariot first out, which is movement. It is going to move. Things are going to be moving. Definitely on the 3rd, things are going to be moving. And then by the 4th, things will have moved into a different direction as far as politics, but it also is going to change American lives. Now, if you're in another country, this is going to affect whatever happens in the United States is going to affect everybody worldwide. But this is about you and getting things in balance with your life. Now we're into it. So with the moon and Mars, Mars is actually moving a little bit faster, but not very much. So that means there's still a really high intensity. We just got done on the 31st, full moon, blue moon, high intensity, very hot, very heated. And what that means is it could be very passionate if you're really in a couple or you're in a relationship. It could be really heated up into like, wow, what's going on? Or it also could be heated into conflict. So you've got to be really playing with a balancing act this first week of November, because that full moon, even though there's a full moon on the 31st, it's not done yet. It goes to the 3rd. So, and then after that, we have Mars retrograde still there until the 11th. Okay. So there is movement happening. Let's find out what kind of movement. All right. Anyway, I thought it'd be a little corny for a minute. Oh, Lord, what a week. What a week already. I mean, it's only Tuesday. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, oh, that was my dryer. I was like, what the heck? So with the spirit of place, this is definitely about working on self, but it is also about looking in the mirror and seeing if you need to project something different in November, December, and January. Because a lot of the times we want to carry some of the past into the new, and then we end up struggling and comparing and doing things that, yeah, we don't want to do that. Definitely. Ace of Cups. We don't want to do that, because the future is full of love, compassion, peace, joy, and that kind of stuff. And that's where we're moving. That's the direction we're moving. So things are going to need to come together. Things are going to have to balance out and come together. So that is coming. And with the offering of it, that's going to be your choice if you will be open to that, because we're given free choice to do that, or if you're actually going to go with Mars and deal with the conflict and be part of the conflict, because this is a choice. This is a choice. This is the first cards out. So we have that choice of love and peace if we choose to want to do that. But if our pride and our human person and our intellect and our mental part is going to override our spiritual part, then you're going to end up with conflict, because that's Mars right now. Mars is retrograde. Mars is conflict. So that's where that is going to be. So number 4 is stability. Instability, and it's also 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is all about getting your rest, making sure that everything is, again, balanced through nutrition, rest, mental health, everything like that. So make sure that you're getting your rest this week. It is definitely needed, because through the stress and getting through whatever this is for yourself, you're going to need it. And you're like, now, I'll probably see the 9 of Swords somewhere. I'll be really surprised if I don't. Just because of the amount of stress. There's so many people that are just not balanced, want to lose weight. Yes, I do. Don't want to lose sleep is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so that's part of that there. So we really need to balance through mind, spirit, and body. Again, really important. Just like balance, get balance 2020. Really important. So then we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, he's a messenger, but he's also coming in really strong, and he's very concentrated. He's very focused. He knows what he wants, knows where he wants to go. And this might be you or somebody coming at you that might be really focused in what you want and know what you want, know where you're going, and you have the balance to do it. Because it could show, the energies here could show that there is an energy of somebody that is moving towards a direction and they know what they need to do. This is great. This is awesome. Because moving into November, we want to know what we're going to do. We want to know and have confidence in what we're going to do in November. This is actually really good. This is a new energy. This is a second person, I'll tell you, with intuitive tarot, and you get so many energies coming at you, energies meaning spirits or somebody from like, hey, don't forget to talk about this. Don't forget to talk about this. And I'm like, would you just wait a minute? I can't hear everybody at one time. So it's sort of like that. So this energy, whoever this is, who is moving towards a goal, and they are moving towards the goal, because look at this, and they're sort of going a little bit fast. I think it's faster than what they wanted it to go for November. So it's going, so don't be afraid of that. But just remember, whatever this is that you're moving towards, because remember in October, you're planting the seed, and in the next 6 months, you're going to grow that seed. Whatever that is that you have wanted, you are getting it, and you are growing it. Even if it's just love with somebody or a relationship with somebody, it's growing. But you have to know how to play the game, because that's all a balancing act. Anything that you do in life, I'll tell you right now, is a game. Everything that you do in life is a game. You've got to figure out the game plan, the game rules, and who's ahead of the game, who's in the middle of the game, and who's the low of the game. It's sort of like checkers, chess, whatever you want to call it. But life is literally a game. Once you figure out the rules, you can play it. And you can win every time. Once you figure it out. I've taught my daughter that, and she has. I've been a business owner for so many years, and I've accomplished every single thing in my life that I've wanted to. So you can do it. It's just a game. Even school, if you're in school, it's a game. It's a game. So anyway, here we go. You got to rest, and it is moving forward. Okay, so let's see what else we have going. I probably lost a bunch of people there because I saw them go click, click, click. It's like, you know what? But life is a game. And the thing is, it's like teachers. You have to know each teacher is different, how they run their rules. Same with a boss. Each boss is different. And so if you figure out the rules of each boss, you can actually learn how to play their game. Even though most companies, they'll have the same rules, but each boss does it differently, you learn how to play that boss's rules and that boss's game or those teachers' games, and then you end up winning because you're like, oh, okay, I got an A out of the class because I figured out how you did it. Even though the other teacher is the same kind of class, I couldn't even get an A in their class because it's the way that they teach it. It's the way that your bosses are. So you can win every single time. Every single time. So let's see what else we got going. This is really a good week for somebody. It's going to be a struggle week for somebody. Definitely a struggle week for somebody, because the struggle week is the one that has to look inside and has to figure out what's going on and how they're going to balance their life. It is going to move forward whether you want it to or not. Yeah. It's going to have, something has to come to an end so that something can start. We've got the Judgment card. The Judgment card is, again, about something ending, something starting. And you've got the Knight of Cups right there facing it. So it's coming in. Now, the other thing, though, is that please remember that the Knight of Cups is about love. It's about your heart. It's about what your desires and your passions are. And the Knight is not only about that, he's also about the mind, how that mind process works with the heart, the love. And people's like, well, I feel and I go on my feel. No, that's not what this is about. The Knight of Cups is about what the desires are, what you want, where you're going, what your goals are, what you need to sacrifice to make those goals, because it's moving, it's coming. And this could be for your heart. It could be for a relationship. It also could be for what your passion, what you desire, what you want, your bucket list even. I mean, for me, I'm older. I've done everything, almost everything I want in my life, and I've accomplished it. So what's last on my bucket list? Something has to give in order to receive. And we just got done with the full moon. We're headed to a new moon. So when you get done with a full moon, then these are the times that actually are times to reap the rewards. All right. Yeah, and victory. Look at this. There's victory coming. I love it. I love it. I love it. 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands. Remember I said you had to give something up in order to get something? You gave something up, and here's the victory. Here's the victory. And it's not only a victory that you can be proud of. This is something that people are going to actually say, good job, this is great, fantastic. And that's what this victory is about. So, and again, you came through the mountain. You got through the mountain. That's the week's theme, remember. There is a mountain coming through, and there will be. There will be a mountain. Either you're going in one, you're in one, or you're coming out of a mountain. But this is phenomenal. And the mountain is right in the center. That judgment is right in the center. But look at who is on your side. You've got these two cards on your side. You've got the Knight of Cups. They're holding you up. And then you've got your own victory. This is about your own victory, not somebody else's victory. And this is not about somebody else's life getting balanced how they want or where they want it to. It's yours. So this is awesome. This is awesome. But my question is, did you get to rest? Did you take care of yourself this week in the process? All right, let me see what else we've got going here. Yeah, this is a beautiful, I mean, somebody's getting balanced. Somebody is working through their stuff. Somebody is working through their what do you call it? Shadow work. Now for Aries, there was shadow work, definitely shadow work this week for Aries. So make sure that you do work through your shadow work. If you have any, that is really going to be important because we have to get through the shadow work, which is our mountains. Our secrets, you know, we don't want to share our deep, dark secrets. Sometimes when we do that, that releases a lot. I mean, that ends up being our judgment so that we can get that out and we can get our victory a lot of the times. I know that it was for me. I mean, I broke so many chains once I let out, you know, I was actually sexually abused and emotionally and verbally abused. And so once you get those chains done and out, it is just all peace and love. Peace and love. And that's what you want to give back. Once you break your chains, that's what you want to do. So anyway, let's see what else we have here for Leos. So there is movement this coming in this week. And whatever it is, it's going to be good for you. Let's see. I want to see if there's love here. I don't see. There hasn't been a lot of love in this last week for a lot of the signs. What's going on with that? Is everybody just tired of everybody? All right. King of Wands. King of Wands. So let's get some clarity on this. Somebody's having problems communicating with someone. I don't know who that's for. It's like they're struggling with being articulate and they don't know how to do it. And they're trying to find a new way to communicate with somebody. I don't know who that's for. But I know that when I said that the divine or whoever's on the other side said, look at the mountain. This is their mountain. So a lot of times communication is the key in a relationship or in work or in anything that you're doing. It is a key, the key to everything. Trust, communication is really, really huge. And the King of Wands is about planting the communication. So the King of Wands is very authoritative, very knowledgeable, very articulate, very knows what to say, when to say it, how to say it, that kind of thing. And again, somebody said on the other side, 5 love languages. I don't know who's in a relationship. I don't know who's, they're moving forward, but they're running through a mountain. And the mountain happens to be their communication. They love each other very, very much, but they're just like one page off. They're almost there, but not quite. And the 5 love languages, the book will help you get there. I don't know who that's for. And that's going to help balance out your sex life as well. Anyway, so because apparently it has to do with intimacy. So somebody's having a problem and that's their mountain. We all have our mountains, but their mountain is they can't express their sexual needs. So whoever that's for, I don't know. But just know that once you begin to share that, once you feel like you're safe to share that, woohoo, because now is the time to be intense. There is an intense passion that is headed your way and that kind of thing. All right, so let's see what else is here, because that's not for everybody. Hey, Felix, long time. The book is next to my... Oh, good. Hey, that's a really good book. You know, if I would have had that book when I was married, I probably would have saved my marriage. I was so immature back then, though. I was so immature back then. Now I'm an old lady. Welcome, welcome, everybody who's all here. Say hello. Let me know who you're from, where you're from. I know where you're from, Felix. No, seriously, though, that 5 love languages... So if you're just coming in and there is somebody with a communication problem about their sexual needs or their relationship with their partner, and this is where their mountain is, and they're really not quite sure how to do that. So whoever's coming in, there is the King of Wands that is wanting you to learn how to do that. And once you do, it's actually going to be really good. Problem is when somebody needs to talk about their sexual needs or relationships, you know, they think it's all nasty and dirty. The thing is, that's what the divine made it. And they made it for you to share with someone intimately alone, but also to be able to be comfortable with that person, to share and give and receive with love and passion. There's nothing wrong with love and passion. The divine made it. The divine made it, you know. Why would he create something? But, you know, it's the humans that made it nasty and dirty. Just like tarot. A lot of people are like, oh, tarot, you know. I believe in God. I know there's a God. I know that all that. But tarot is, but if you ever look at the history of tarot, it's actually not. It's the humans that distorted it and made it a nasty, dirty, evil, occult kind of thing. Whereas tarot is actually in love and light, if you look at it. And a lot of people think, oh, it is because there's a death card, there's the devil and all that kind of stuff. You can make anything what you want to make it. So that's the thing. The divine made it beautiful and humans made it horrible. All right. So let's get going back to this here. So for someone, it's going to be a really good week. Another person has to work on themselves. They're working on balancing themselves. They're also working on their internal shadow. Now, Aries had that too. So if you have any Aries in you, there's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done. And again, the communication might be it for you because, you know, somebody, again, like if you've had trauma about sexual abuse or something like that, like I did, I couldn't talk about it for a long, long time. Sexual abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse. I had to get so much help when I was younger, but I thank God for that because it really, really helped. So if you need that, go get it. There's nothing wrong with that. So we have the 7 of Swords. Again, somebody needing to release some burden, some betrayal. Again, we're in with Mars retrograde. We're in a purging stage still. We are still purging. We're still not quite to the reset yet because Mars retrograde is not done until the 13th. So you're going to find a lot of conflict, a lot of betrayal, a lot of this stuff coming to the surface. And because we just got done with the full moon, if you're watching this beyond the 31st, the full moon on the 31st goes until the 3rd. So you've got all these energies just pulling like no tomorrow. You got the Mars retrograde, Mercury retrograde. You've got the full moon. You've got all these energies of also Uranus and Venus and Pluto coming all over the place. So just be kind to yourself and people around you because I hate to say it, nobody really has a clue, but they're trying to fake it until they make it. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I know how it's going. I know. Yep. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know what you want. That's the energy. Oh, I know what you want. Oh, I know what you're going to say. When in reality, they don't. They don't have a clue. So just remember that this is Mars and it is going to want to fight all the way through. So don't fight with yourself when you start getting a little bit, you know, heated because again, the end of the 31st through the 3rd It's going to be heated, whether it's heated passionately with couples or heated in conflict. That's up to you, because again, you're given the choice. This is what they want. This is what the divine wants. But you know what? When you get heated in the moment and somebody's going against your values, your integrity or something, it's very easy to get all worked up, but you want to stay calm. That's funny. So what I heard was, I don't know who this is, but they said, you know what? The quieter you are, the more powerful you are. But it's true. You think about it, you worry about that person that's quiet and watching rather than the person that's blowing up. So the quieter you are, the more powerful you are. And as for Mars, the slower the planet, the more powerful the planet, and everything is slow. So anyway, a little too much talking, I guess, here. I'm just in a talkative mood. I went to the beach at the ocean yesterday and I got refueled. Being an empath, I go into trees or I sit quietly in front of the, I sit right in front of the ocean and I get higher than a kite because the energies, I know breathe and all that kind of stuff. So I was higher than a kite and my girlfriend walks up and scared the crap out of me because I was just like, woo, in the moment. All right. So I told you there was going to be conflict. Told you there was going to be conflict. 5 of Wands, conflict, fighting, arguing. That is going to be part of it. But you don't have to do that. You can actually win the victory of not doing it, not agreeing to disagree, walking away, diffusing it, that kind of thing. Woohoo! Somebody's going to be happy, though. So somebody right now is, okay, thank you. So somebody right now is working really, really hard, not only with their work, but their trade, their skill. I don't know. I feel like there is a really creative, artsy, artistic person that's really working hard right now. I don't know who that would be with. I don't know if that resonates with you. But the 9 of Pentacles, and again, 9 is intensity, and 9 is all about almost to the end of this. You're almost there. So hang in there, because whoever this is, the reward is going to be great for all the things that you're doing and the effort. And it has to do with communication too. So, and it also might bring in travel. Something said travel, but somebody's been working really, really hard. Now, the 9 of Pentacles is also, oh my gosh, I didn't realize how long it was. The 9 of Pentacles is also about, you've worked hard, but now you're going to have the luxury, but you're also understanding the value of work. You also understand the value of what it takes to work hard and get the rewards from that hard work. So somebody's there. But somebody does love beautiful things, dress nice, likes to dress up, whether it's a woman or man, I can't tell. But they do like to look nice, dress with elegant things. When they go out, they look very fashionable in that sense there. So that is okay. Somebody's jealous of that. I don't know who that is because they don't like it. And oh, thank you. So it's not that they don't like it. It's they can't afford it. It's for somebody. They've watched somebody work really hard to get there, but they only saw the ending. They didn't see the full sacrifice that somebody took. So they're like, well, if you can have that, why can't I? What's so great about that? That kind of an attitude, like, oh, who do you think you are? That kind of an attitude, that's this person here. And be careful of that person. Really be mindful of somebody that's coming up and being really friendly to you. I don't know who this is for, but boy, this just came through really strong. Somebody wants to be really good friends, but it's a very manipulative and it's not out for you at all, even though they think they say that they are. they're out there for what you have gained so hard. You've worked so hard for. Just be mindful of your circle this next week. I don't like that energy. Whew, I got goosebumps. I don't like that energy. Whoever that is. Thank you. I don't know who this is for, but it says they're going to get played. So really be mindful of your circle, because I don't like that energy, and whoever came through it says they're going to get played. I don't like that. So be really, really mindful, because you got to guard your heart. Guard your heart. All right, Leos, let's see what we got for the ending here. Wow. Lots of energies here. Wow. Lots of energies. I would say the biggest energy, though, that I have is there's going to be a mountain. There's going to be a kerfuffle. There's going to be some type of movement, like a little bickering, a little kind of thing. And that's been that way for weeks. I feel like I'm repeating myself like a dead horse. But the thing is that there is some good stuff coming. But the biggest energy I get is be really mindful of somebody coming into your circle. And if your intuition is saying be really mindful and careful, do be careful. Because it's going to throw your balance off. It's going to throw your perspectives off. It's going to throw you off track. Because they want something. All right. Just be mindful of that. Oops. Do I have these all wrong? Oh, there's a card there turned. Is there? There is not. Yeah, there is. Yeah. So there is going to be an offering. Now, this is your choice. This is huge. Okay, so this came up twice. I've been getting a lot of double cards lately because they're just really adamant. But the thing is, if we're getting a double Ace of Cups, remember, this is going to be a week. It's your decision on how you want to communicate. That you can have everything that you want, the balance that you want, the love that you want, the person that you want, the things that you want. But we've got a choice to either pull it together and have this, or let people's feelings and things they say really irritate us and get underneath our skin and do that. So I'm just going to say in an ending note, be really mindful what you want, because to get this, you can't do this. You've got spiritual, quiet, love, peace, or you can have earthly where it all dies. And you know what? You can't take it with you. The only things you can take with you are memories, love, peace, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Leos, that's it for tonight. So just know that, again, you're in about 3 more days of the full moon. Energies are going to be crazy, especially now that we're coming up to the election time. I don't talk politics. I hate politics, because you can't take politics with you, and the divine gives a crap about politics. Thank you, Felix, as always. Love seeing you come in. I hope you guys are safe over there and everything is going good. And always pop in and say hello. It's a pleasure. So I hope everybody is safe through the first week. And it'll be an interesting week for everybody. And I'll come back with a new thing. So on the 29th, again, if you're watching this early, the 29th is a full moon reading. It's a Halloween reading. It's a blood moon reading, hunter's moon, whatever you want to call it. It's actually the pagans changed it from blood moon to hunter's moon for reasons you can figure out. If not, I'll tell you on the 29th. So you guys have a good night, and we will talk to you again on the 9th. This is a long one. I did a long one because I ended on the 31st, so there's an extra day in there, so the 1st through the 8th. So, but I will be doing more lives. So, all right. All right. See you on the 29th. Woohoo! I got a fan. All right. Take care, everybody.